whisper about it. Man, we got a great lineup for y'all. Everyone like this. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming up too, dude. We got all kind of donations this week. We're gonna feed a lot of people this weekend. I feel it. It's gonna be a lot of blessings, abundance. All right, stay tuned. Whisper about it.
I'm not going to spend my whole time talking about this, but nobody else is talking about it. They're just talking about the process and Mr. Musk, and he's a mean guy, and he shouldn't be looking at our spending. Well, he is, and I kind of find what he's found out interesting. He found that we gave $2 million, USAID did, for sex changes in Guatemala. He found that we gave $20 million to produce a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. He found that we gave $4.5 million of taxpayer money to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. He found that we gave $10 million, USAID did, of meals to an Al-Qaeda-linked terrorist group called the Nusra Front. Mr. Musk found that we gave $7.9 million of taxpayer money to a project that would teach Sri Lankan journalists to avoid binary gendered language. The USAID took $8 million and gave it to a bunch of journalists in Sri Lanka to teach them how to avoid binary gendered language. I don't know what the hell binary gendered language is. I think I do. You think most taxpayers would support that? Why aren't we talking about that? The USAID gave $1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. They gave $1.5 million to rebuild the Cuban media ecosystem. They gave $1.5 million for, quote, art for inclusion of people with disabilities in Belarus. Another $3.9 million for LGBT causes in Macedonia. $8.3 million for equity and inclusion education in Nepal. I could go all night.
I like him. Go on now.
And many of my colleagues are upset. They're really mad at Mr. Musk. Hell, I think we ought to give him a medal. All he's doing is what President Trump said he was going to do. President Trump said he's going to audit the spending. So Trump goes and hires Musk, again with the top secret security clearance. Nobody can quibble with his intelligence. You know, the guy's as smart as Einstein's cousin. He's a very successful businessman. Some say he's the richest guy in the world. And he's doing the auditing. And man, he's finding a lot of stuff. I call it spending porn. Now, I'm not saying everything that USAID does is wasted. But I'm saying a lot of it is. A hell of a lot of it is. And we ought to be on the floor of this United States Senate thanking Mr. Musk. And we ought to be asking him to go through every agency and look at everybody's budget. Everybody's budget. That's what the American people want. They don't want to talk about process. They don't want to continue with the Washington way. They want to save some money.
Did you know you were going to get a shout out? And
no.
You're just sitting there watching? Or how?
Just watching, because like I said, when I left work Thursday, I said, if Josh doesn't get MVP, I'm going to cry. I said, I'm going to cry because he deserves it. I mean, he's that important to our team. So basically, when I was watching the awards, when he went on stage, everything, I was happy that he had won it. And it went from joyful to crying because when he mentioned my name,
And it takes everybody from the equipment staff to the training room to the strength staff to Slick Rick in the mail room.
I just broke down. I broke down because I'm just an average person. I mean, but when he mentioned my name, it was like, oh my God, he just mentioned my name on national television, you know. So it was like, I was just crying. I was crying. Then I started getting phone calls from friends, and I was crying on the phone to them. It's still like a dream. Even though I work here, but I don't like this publicity. I'm just down to earth.
Different standard. It's bigger than Dallas. The majority just means that most of the fools are on the same side. You're flip-flopping like a banked cat.
Thank you, Senator.
The House leadership needs to urinate or get off the pot. In my state, the price of gas is so high that it would be cheaper to buy cocaine and just run everywhere. If you don't believe that, then you probably also still believe in Bigfoot. I made my position very clear. I believe love is the answer, but I own a handgun just in case. I think next they're going to try to impeach Screech, the bald eagle mascot for the Washington Nationals. In the meantime, they need to fill out a hurt feelings report and let us move on here and try to run government. Frankly, you can teach it round or you can teach it flat. I don't really give a function. The fact that Vice President Harris and President Biden staffed their administration with a bunch of people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers. All they wanted to do was sit around all day and talk about climate change and whether a man can breastfeed.
When he said the shopping line, in real life, what did you say?
I said, let me get away from him. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the wedding. I always say to myself, like,
It was someone's wedding?
it was Chris Lighty's wedding. It was in Miami. Nori's there. Nori knows this. And I looked at him like, yo. You heard what he just said, right? He's like, yo, certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. Like they would look, like he would say stuff, and it's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now you see so much shit that you go, wait. No, this was visible,
He was in the hallway. We saw the video.
You see that video. It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. That's the hallway.
What did it feel like all these years, you being the only one calling this out?
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long
They
time.
said you're a hater. They
You're
said
a
you're crazy.
hater. You're do this. Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting. All this shit is coming.
50, you can't make jokes about it.
No.
The internet might come for you, bro.
All I'm saying
It
is
might come from
you see it.
We are at an unprecedented moment. Our financial systems are facing huge risks from the economic chaos of President Trump and his co-president, Elon Musk.
President Trump ran on this. I mean, he said we're going to look for wasteful spending across our government. We're $36 trillion in debt, y'all. That's not only fiscally irresponsible, it is actually morally irresponsible. And the difference in this administration and the last administration is that President Trump is actually the final arbiter. And it's interesting that none of you had anything to say over the last 4 years when it is clear that our commander-in-chief was not in command. And if we're going to use the term co-president, then let's go back and say co-president Jake Sullivan, co-president Ron Klain, co-president Jill Biden. I mean, it seems that some of the biggest decisions were made during the president's afternoon nap time. And so I just think we need to be a little bit more honest about what's been laid out and what's actually occurring.
Why is nobody talking about the fact that they literally confiscated a human egg farm yesterday? With all of the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff being talked about, no one is talking about the fact that they literally rescued 100 women that were forced to donate eggs. This happened in, I want to say, Georgia. It was a program that was happening that they listed on Facebook Marketplace, advertising surrogate services. So basically you become a surrogate and you get paid a pretty decent amount of money for it, right? Now, these women went to this facility that happened to be an egg farming facility, and they were completely blindsided. They began to, house these women in very unsafe environments. and force them to do egg
It's so
retrieval
scary.
services for very, very cheap to no price, pay. And they just rescued 100 women from Thailand that were being forced to donate eggs. This is literally The Handmaid's Tale in real life.
Oh, I just got a new voice for her. Boop.
You have one new voice message from your mom. Bobby mom. To accept, press 1.
Oh, fuck, 1.
Boop. Bob, I'm in prison. I go away for a long time. Love you. Boop.
Hold on.
Have you tried a dating app that's only for little people?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Good question.
I have not tried it, but there is one.
What's it called? Hold on.
Let's guess.
Give us a chance. Give us a chance over here.
I got one. Okay.
What's it called?
Fumble.
Here comes Rudy.
Hey.
Hi, Rudy. How are you?
I think I have a stomachache.
Oh, the energy you bring is insurmountable.
What do you think most of us get wrong about how we communicate?
That arguments are something to win, not something to unravel. I teach that arguments are knots in the conversation. And what gets worse is when you pull your way and I pull my way. Versus looking at it and saying, help me with the knot. How can we unravel this? How can we smooth it out?
Then let me give you an example. You ready?
I'm ready.
Last night we go out to dinner. I said something that I immediately wanted to take back. My husband and I are now leaving. We've all been there, right? Mm-hmm. You have stuck foot in mouth. Your partner is now angry with you. So we hop into the Uber, and Chris turns to me and is like, why did you have to say that?
Anytime there's miscommunication, it is because what is sent is not what is received. So what you thought you said is not what they heard. And so when you're in that back seat and you're talking with Chris and he's going, why'd you say that? The question is, what did you hear?
Oh.
And so it's that understanding of, well, what did you hear when I said that? Because I know what I meant, but what did you hear? And so it's this pushing of when it's only going how you say it in your head, nobody else is hearing that.
Thank y'all for watching. I hope that was a good lineup. We had a little bit of Trump stuff, Senator Kennedy, a couple good things in there. Y'all stay tuned to the next episode. This weekend we'll be giving away food to people in need, clothes to people in need, homeless bags to the homeless, same game plan as usual. Go hit that subscribe button, share button, like button, throw a comment in there for me. Also, y'all see this right here? That's my number right there. If y'all into collabing together with some YouTube creators, TikTok creators, Facebook, let's grow together. Hit me up. Whisper about it.